What it do? It's your boy. I know I've been gone for a minute, but I'm back. I'm back with another one, another Rapid Flames for your ass. And I'm here to talk my shit. Last time I got a little emotional because, you know, these bitches out here, they be getting to your boy, but your boy got back. You know what I'm saying? I'm always focused on the comeback. Don't worry about the setback. Always focus on the comeback. And for those of you who got lost in the goddamn tracks, just know that your boy Vito Blakes never lacks, and try not to slack. Okay, he's back with a whole new episode. Right now, there's a whole bunch of shit popping off right now. People are getting divorced left and right stills. And that's what it is since the beginning of time. You know what I mean? They ain't even talk about it in the Bible, but I bet you Adam and Eve split. They probably had a separation. You know what I mean? Eve probably had some more kids with another nigga, but they ain't gonna talk about that shit in the Bible. I'm sure you know Eve spent off on Adam. Like, you know what I'm saying? Especially after Cain killed Abel. Shit. You know what I'm saying? He was like, damn, that was my baby. Then they had another baby, but like, you know, shit probably got twisted at the end or anything. Anyway, I'll be bugging. But check it though. Young Jeezy just broke off with his wife that he had for about 3 years. Jeannie Mae. And that shit kind of fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Because you see a lot of people out there, you be thinking love is real. You be thinking people found genuine love. But it looks like they didn't. And it makes you want to believe, like, what the fuck is really going on? Are people just getting hooked up just for is it just a setup? Is it just a look? Anybody in the entertainment business out there really in love? Huh? I think, I don't know, man. I don't know what to believe, B. All I know is that Matthew Broderick and Sarah Jessica Parker, they're still together. Hopefully, I think so. As of what I know, as of what I believe, because I feel like they're the only couples I believe in. Still, Jay-Z and Beyonce, they still together? Are they? You know what? They probably separate. Whatever makes money for these motherfuckers. Last time we thought Jay-Z and Beyonce broke up. Next thing you know, they came back and did a tour on us. She made an album off of it. He made an album off of it. They both came together, made another album off of it, and they toured on it. So, yeah, it's shocking news. I can't believe I opened up the episode with that. It just got to me, though, because I'm like, damn, I thought there was genuine love out there. Anyway, what's the big moves? Big moves is, I guess, WWE and UFC came together. Now, this is a time where me and my former co-host, Peter Bowen, will probably come to a fucking, like, this is a big time right now, because this is my company and his company, and they came together. You see, and the reason why they came together, and their mission is to turn every WWE fan into a UFC fan, and UFC fan into a WWE fan. Now, of course, what am I going to start seeing McGregor pop up at SummerSlam, at WrestleMania, and then Roman Reigns is going to be in UFC pay-per-views. It's going to be crazy. And then you're going to think bullshit fake. And or you gonna think WWE got real. The lines are getting blurred, and they ready to blur them too. I'm hearing Vince McMahon can make decision in UFC. So like, if UFC have a pay-per-view, all of a sudden McMahon has a crazy ass idea, they can run with that shit because he the boss of UFC, and vice versa. Dana White can make decisions up in WWE now. Say if you don't like some shit, you could just tell some motherfucker like, yo, nah, I don't think we're gonna do that. Matter of fact, let's see if we could bring, matter of fact, let's have my girl Ronda Rousey win those titles again. And then Ronda's gonna be like, but I quit though, Dana, and I left there to stop working for you. Now you work for me again. Imagine that. That's crazy. Imagine all those UFC people, ex-UFC fighters, that all of a sudden gave up their shit. They just went to pro to be a sports entertainer, and then they succeeded in WWE. But they ran away from Dana. Next thing you know, you look at the books, Dana's your boss again. You got your old boss. That's crazy. You ran from the nigga. You like, damn, what? This nigga my boss? I thought, how? I mean, if you ever came up in a situation like that, you just gotta respect that nigga. Like, damn. Like, I ran from you to be a boss, and then you came to boss up this? Like, you a real boss? You're a real boss. I'm just gonna respect that. As a worker, you should respect that. You work that. If you out there working and you come up into a situation where you ran away from the boss, and then that nigga, you ran away to a boss, you go to a next job, and then that nigga end up being the boss at the job where you at, damn. You just gotta respect that shit. Don't even flip. Just be like, how can you learn from that nigga? You know what I'm saying? Don't even talk about your problems. Talk about your solutions. That's what I was saying today on my other podcast that I got, Coffee Talk with Vito Blaze. You should check that out. This is just that's a motivational podcast. This podcast right here, though, I'll be talking shit about, things that be coming across my mind, things I'll be seeing. Like, recently there was 2 protests in my way. I ain't even gonna get into all of that because it's just, it's to me, it's stupid. It's really stupid. I just see, it's really a group of not even Quebecois, like non-Quebecois, really, and it was LGBTQ, and they were protesting, but they were protesting each other. So it's like, oh man, that city Montreal didn't get a good look that day. All I had to say is that, people got their beliefs, but people have freedoms, and they should both be able to work in a free land. They should. Word. Like, we should come to an agreement, because we are in a free land. Now back to what I was saying is, that WWE and UFC merger, man, that shit's gonna generate bills. And matter of fact, this is a good time to buy some goddamn stock, because I need to get that stock too. See, one of my problems is financial literacy. So I'm going to talk about a solution, and my solution is actually trying to get more and more into that. Matter of fact, I got to get back into reading Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Good book. If you guys don't know about that book, you should get that book, because it teaches you the shit that you should have learned in school. Instead of learning how to fucking count money, they should teach you how to fucking keep money. That's what they should actually teach you. But this book actually teaches you the basics of that. And then if you wanted to get into more of that, of course you go on the internet, because the internet is like the library at your fingertips. I remember when I used to go into fucking buildings, and if I wanted to look shit up, I would have to fucking look up these big ass books called encyclopedias or other books and read the information. To do thesis papers, I would have to read these books, and then I would have to fucking copy and paste most of these shits that I was seeing and then reading. I hated a thesis paper, though. That was the dumbest assignment ever. I fucking hated it. You had to write a 3-page or a 5-page paper with at least 1,000 words, and you have to get sources, 3 sources, quote your sources, put the footnotes on the side. That was the dumbest shit ever, because I ain't never wrote a thesis paper ever after fucking high school. The only thing I keep filling out are fucking applications and things that I sign, and when I sign them, shit is in the fine print. And then after that, they tell you, oh, that's the fine print later. They ain't they teaching the thesis paper, but they ain't even fucking tell me how to read the fine print. Or how about reading in between the lines when it comes to these hoes? I'm sorry, I got into my feelings. Once again, I got into feelings. But yo, it is what it is. Some people get into their feelings. Some people, and they succeed. They succeed off of their feelings, off their emotions. Like Jimmy Fallon, okay? Jimmy Fallon recently is under fire for treating his staff bad. He's on some people are like, he's on some Ellen DeGeneres shit. You don't know when, like, you hear one staff member actually say, you don't know when you're gonna get one day. Are you gonna get the good Jimmy? Are you gonna get the bad Jimmy? Because, like, Jimmy be drinking on the sets. Jimmy, the Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon be like, oh, the get right. He be getting right before he start tonight. Tonight, the show tonight, before the shoot, he start the show tonight. He be getting right. Jimmy be getting right. And now the staff blowing the whistle. I feel like the staff are acting like a bunch of bitches. You know what I'm saying? Jimmy been holding y'all down for mad while. That's your boss. Cause y'all trying to y'all trying to get the show canceled. Cause you show canceled, guess what? Who not working? Just take a wild guess. Show cancel, who not working? Who the first motherfuckers not working? The whole staff. Because there's no show. So if I was the staff of the Jimmy Fallon, you like, damn, why would you blow the whistle on some shit that will get your boy fired? Or you think they're gonna replace them? And then when they replace them, you think you ain't gonna get replaced? Homie gonna come in and then they gonna come in with a whole new staff. Like, yo, I don't want these whistleblowers around me. Yo, you the one that blew the whistle on Fallon? Oh, you can get the fuck up out of here. Exactly. It reminds me of the shit. That's what I'm saying. Before I even get into that shit, though, like, they should just chill, though, okay? And I'm sure Jimmy Fallon is gonna blow over. This shit gonna blow over. Jimmy Fallon probably gonna come back. Maybe do 2 more seasons of the Tonight Show. And that's that. Then a new motherfucker will come in. You gonna leave. Cause, Jimmy Fallon, I mean, he's been he's an OG since SNL. So, like, it's not gonna be that easy to cancel that motherfucker. You know what I mean? Not like, even though if he might get canceled, it's like, motherfuckers come back. Chris D'Elia is on his comeback right now. I mean, people are still riding with D'Elia right now. So it's like, ugh. And he got caught out there trying to get with the youngins. You know what I'm saying? Like, he out there getting with the youngins, trying to get with the youngins, and that wasn't a good look. So we ain't seen him for about 365. You know what I'm saying? About a 365 days we ain't see Chris D'Elia. Ain't nobody talked about this motherfucker. Then all of a sudden, this motherfucker start popping up. Say, I'm doing shows again. I'm doing shows in Montreal. Yo, oh my gosh, the scene out here. Of course, there was girls out here, female comedians. Of course, they were like, yo, please protest in the show. I think the show is, I don't even know if it's, I don't even care about this shit. You know what's crazy? I liked D'Elia a lot before he got caught up out there. And then now even, it was bad. It was when Whitney Cummings, cause I know Whitney Cummings, they were tight. But when I seen Cummings dismiss the motherfucker, that's when I knew something was, cause that's the homie. You know what I mean? Like, Cummings was on TV. I seen D'Elia was on TV only cause of Cummings. Like, damn. And then once that got this, I was like, oh, son, it may be a rap for son, but son's still back. He ain't losing. He still got them other homies. He still got Rogan, Hitchcliff, and the other ones. And I'm sure they in the air like, fuck that. You ain't getting canceled. And that's the thing. You try to cancel people now they quick to come back like, yo, y'all not canceling me. Fuck the cancel culture. All that. I could dig that. Cause that shit is out of hand anyway. It's just internet. It's just like, I feel like ever since the birth of AOL, man, it's like the voices. The motherfuckers that used to give the bad reviews. the bad reviews in newspapers or in the comments. They take time to do their shit. Now the next generation of these people, like, it's easier for them to complain because they could just make a blog or a review and people believe it, or video, and it's over. It's like anybody could critic anything. So, but that's not, and it discourages people now, and then it encourages people to think that they could just shut down anybody that does anybody, and they judge in their judgy ways, and it's just a bunch of judgment, which is bullshit. I'm not for it. You a freak, get your freak on. You a criminal. I mean, that's you, that's bad, but I'm not gonna fucking be like, oh, we should just I mean, universe is gonna handle that motherfucker the any motherfucker way he can. If he's still out here, he apologizing, and you still want to work, why are we trying to hate that? And if you don't want to fuck with it, then don't fuck with it. But don't try to tell people to don't fuck with what they don't want to fuck with. Okay, I hope I said that in a real clear way. I can't get any clearer than that. Hell no. I don't know. And anyway, I was just gonna say though, back to the motherfuckers that snitch. Like, what you think you was gonna get a new job? You was gonna get a new boss? I remember I was in a church. And when the church needed a new pastor, and the new pastor, like, when the old pastor left, they ain't new pastor. Now automatically the assistant pastor was supposed to be pastor, but the board stopped that, because they felt like the assistant pastor wasn't enough to lead the church. But it's automatic, like, if the pastor leaves, the assistant pastor is supposed to be the pastor. He's not supposed to be like a intern pastor. But that's how they had him. They had him as the assistant pastor, as an intern pastor, now as they look for a new pastor. Meanwhile, there was a shining, charismatic young youth pastor, and they asked him to be the pastor a lot of times, but he refused. Because, like, at the same time, he kind of noticed what the shady move that they were doing. Like, how are you not going to ask the assistant pastor to be the pastor when that's what it's supposed to do? And plus, the youth pastor had other moves. He had other missionary moves. He was going out the country, so he didn't want to be the pastor. But then, they just kept asking him. So, you know what? He just settled in. He was like, yo, fine, forget it. And plus, at the time, his missionary thing wasn't popping off like that. Canada was really looking, well, if you living in India and you got offered to be a pastor in Canada, that's automatic citizenship in Canada and all of that. So, and you living in India, so, like, I mean, what's the bigger come up? Then you can always go back to India with Canadian money and flex on the Indian people, but boost up the missionary and all of that. Anyway, so, my man, the youth pastor, right? He already motherfucking, now he accepted the pastorship job. He accepted the pastorship job. Once he accepted the pastorship job, the assistant pastor, of course, he felt insulted like a motherfucker. That motherfucker quit, I think, the next week or 2 weeks after that, right? So now the board that selected the youth pastor as a new pastor and everything, the board of directors, they feel pretty good, because they did a good choice. They got the charismatic youth pastor. The church is on the rise, and they feeling great about themselves. First thing of order with the new pastor, you know what he does? Because he was like, he actually asked. He was like, yo, do I actually need to have a board of directors? Does I actually have to be here? And they was like, nah, matter of fact, as a pastor, you can actually, you can X out the board. You can X us out, or fire the whole board and get a new board, but, like, you don't have to have a board. Oh, okay. Next week, that motherfucker fired everybody. He was like, yo, you know what? I really don't need a board, so I'm relieving everybody duties on the board. He needed a board, but he just didn't trust them motherfuckers right there. Cause he peeped the shady shit that they did, so he wasn't gonna have, he wasn't about to have these motherfuckers around him. What? Making decisions for the church and him together at the board? That was the first mistake. Yo, that's why they was quick to fucking, I guess that's why they didn't fuck with the associate pastor. Cause the boy was on some shit. They was on some gangster shit. I peeped that. They was on some gangster shit. It was like, oh, we're gonna pick our guy. Mario, the guy before, they was their guy. And I guess the youth pastor at the time, you know, he was on board too. But like, oh yeah, matter of fact, there was another pastor involved in all of this too. Before the youth pastor became the youth pastor. The youth pastor, before that, he was more gangster. He was on some real mob shit, but that motherfucker, he bounced. But because he peeped every bullshit. He peeped it all. Like, he been out. He was like, nah, I ain't fucking with him. These motherfuckers grimy, like, they ain't really, our boys like that. And I ain't even see that shit. It was all Mario. It was like some mafia shit. But then when they selected the charismatic youth guy, he peeped it, dismantled it all. Cause he wasn't gonna have that shit around him. He wasn't gonna have that shit around him. I kind of respect that move. I respect that move to this day. Now, this day, that church flourished. It's not even the same church as it was before. Of course, it's missionary blue. Damn, it's missionary blue. He still go back and forth, India back. He got new pastors up. His new board is, see, that's what he did. Dismantle the whole board, put whole new people that he fucking trusts. That motherfucker's a G. I gotta give it to him, son. I gotta give it to the new pastor of Emmanuel Church. I mean, not new, but like, what, Shaju, Matthew? Gotta give it up to that dude. I don't fuck with him still. He's alright. Like, he know because, you know what the thing is, when Shaju came in and he peeped that I was in the church too, like, I was a don. Like, everywhere I go, I be a don. I'm not quiet. I'm not quiet. I'm not, damn sure I ain't ugly. So it's like, and I got charisma. I got charm. So, you know, motherfucker gets noticed everywhere he goes. So when a leader of a faction or a pastor comes in a room, they gonna notice me right away. Cause I got that charm too. You know what I'm saying? I got that charm too that leads people that knows how to talk my shit too. So, you know what I'm saying? It's like, you know, when you see me, you see me. That's how I picked that ever since I've been growing up. Like, now I'll be like, okay, that's why all the pastors fuck with me. Like, no pause. Like, I know what you be thinking, like, no, but like, they really took me in every little church I'm at. They took me in like I was down with theirs. But I seen what it was. It was like, oh, like, I could learn something from them. They learned something from me. Cause, anyway. Yeah, yo. Like, I could fuck with that. Yeah, we ain't really getting along like that from the jump. That's why, I guess that's why we clash egos and shit. So that's why I just kind of bounce from the church and shit like that. I just bounce completely. Cause I'm like, this dude is on some other shit. So I'm like, yo, fuck it. I'm just gonna be out of here. And I'm like, yo, I'll just find the answers. I just put more belief in myself than I do God. Like, that's just me. Alright? For me, I'd rather put more belief into me than a dude I don't even see. Whoa, that shit rhymed. So anyway, that's the motherfucking truth. Here's what's true that I'm thinking of. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Mayhem, Mutant Mayhem. I'm a big Ninja Turtles fan. A big Ninja Turtles fan. You guys, I mean, like, I've been watching Ninja Turtles since 1990s. I mean, the 1990 cartoon. I like the cartoon, the reiteration cartoon in 2000, the Nickelodeon one. I'm not a big fan of the one. Wait, the first Nickelodeon one to me was pretty good, but the second one where you got Raphael as a leader, don't like that shit. It gets me mad, but some of them are pretty funny. Some of the episodes are pretty good, but some of them I'm like, oh man, Leo is the leader, not Raph. Raphael. Okay, Raphael's a hothead. And then that's the thing. It's not like they make him any smarter. They just make Raphael bigger, and he's still a hothead. But he's a hothead who's the leader, so it don't make no sense. I don't like that Turtles at all. Okay, but these Turtles right here, these Ninja Turtles, Mutant Mayhem, you got these guys starting all over again, young kids. Matter of fact, they only got kids voicing them. They're teenagers. It reminds you that it's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Like, you forget that sometimes. Like, these motherfuckers are kids. Like, you watch the cartoons, they hadn't played out like, they were like, almost 20-year-old dudes. You felt that vibe, you know? But this is the first time you're like, oh snap. They are teenagers. And they act like teenagers. But they fight, you know, ninja style. And then you got Jackie Chan and Splinter. And you got Rocksteady Bebop, but they're like good guys, I think, a bit. No, they weren't good guys. They were down with the bad guys, but they became good guys later. Well, I don't want to spoil. I'm not gonna spoil the movie. I'm trying not to spoil the movie. I'm gonna try not to spoil the movie while I'll give you a little review though. At first, I didn't. Actually, I am spoiling the movie because this is the thing. Here it is. Okay, skip to. If anything, skip to a little bit past this because I'm spoil alert for Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem. Okay, if you've seen the movie, listen. But if you didn't, skip past this because I'm about to go in for about 4 or 5 minutes on this shit. At first, I didn't like. I was like, yo, so these turtles want to go to high school. That's all they want to do. I mean, and then they just want to be liked by society at first. You know, as a motherfucker that went through society and shit like that and went to high school and all of that. Now I'm like, you know, I grew up and shit. And now I know what that's all about. And I'm like, yo, these turtles want to go through that, but they saved the world. Why would they want to be in high school? Right? Like, if I saved the world, I wouldn't want to be in high school. Because I saved the world. I'm already rich. I wouldn't want to go through high school. Basically, all these bitches gonna be on my dick anyway. Like, I just saved the world. I just saved the city. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting head wop, left, right. As soon as I get out the door, like, oh, you the nigga that, you the reason why I'm alive today. Let me, you know what I'm saying? Why would I want to go to school so I can be just so I can feel human, like a human. Like, these turtles had me weirded out, you know? And then the fact that they made it to high school and then they liked it. And at the end, you see them just chilling in high school. At first, it made me sick. I was like, what the fuck are my turtles doing? But then I remember, whoa, you know what? It was beautiful. It was fucking beautiful. Damn near. I rewatched it again after watching a whole lot of other Ninja Turtle stuff. Because during the Ninja Turtles run the whole time, man, every time, man, they go outside, they gotta hide. They gotta wear trench coats or some shit like that. Or even in the movies, they kind of show that too. Like, they're in the shadows, they don't come out. Because if people see them, they might get scared. And it was like, I never seen it. That was a kind of little story that was getting played out in every Turtles, but I never really paid attention to it. In this Turtles, they changed that. And it was like, oh snap, like now the turtles, like, they don't gotta walk in trench coats. Like, they can actually be out. They could jump out the sewer, and then the human could be like, hey, what's up? It's Michelangelo. And Michelangelo say, hey, what's going on? And just, they can walk. They don't even have to wait for the fucking pizza slide through they could walk to the pizza store now. Yo. And then now when I realized this shit, that shit touched my heart. Yeah, I was like, oh man, that's fucking great. And now I got a new love for this fucking Ninja Turtles movie, B. I actually think it's one of the best. It really is, man. Like, I already thought it was cool, but just the fact that the high school shit fucked me up, because I was like, what are they doing? Going back to high school. You don't understand all the troubles that you go in high school. Just me being a introvert growing up in high school and shit. But like, at the end of the day, man, I shouldn't even put my pain on the turtles. And then at the end of the day, the turtles, they got accepted. Now they don't. This is a whole new turtles. I fucks with these turtles. Matter of fact, I want to see another movie. I want to see cartoons with these turtles. I can't wait for the video game for these turtles, even though I got the new Shredder's Revenge and they just came out with a DLC. I'm getting the DLC as we speak. But as we speak, I'm going to go into a Vito Blaze song, and I don't know which one it is, but you going to dig it, but turn this shit up. Just turn it up right the fuck now.
Sending you this message, and don't think longer for a second that my love ain't deeper than the record. My love goes deeper than the record. Check it, my heart is sending you this message, and don't think longer for a second that my love ain't deeper than the record. What kind of games, girl, is you playing mentally? We not together, girl, why's you not convincing me? It's been a while and I've been waiting patiently. My heart is open and for you is a vacancy. I know I do joke, but yo, I'm not lying. And if I don't find your love in a minute, I'm dying. And I'm trying to get your attention, but it's whack niggas you stay wanna mention. Get that whack shit from my section. I'm a war leader like Charles Heston. It's almost stressing that you always on my mind. Thought that was the last time I started giving you some shine. Hey, come in, I just wanna talk with you. My head hurts, yo, just from the thought of you. Look up, baby, as long as the sun shines, I will always be dropping these lines. My love goes deeper than the record. Check it, my heart is sending you this message, and don't think longer for a second that my love ain't deeper than the record. My love goes deeper than the record. Check it, my heart is sending you this message, and don't think longer for a second that my love ain't deeper than the record. Am I tripping or is you my destiny? If I'm not with you, would you think less of me? Is it with you that I start out my family? Is it with you that I always have ecstasy with? Maybe it's our turn. We like Barack and Michelle going for 4 turns. We's invincible, nothing will stop us. We thicker than a balloon, nothing will pop us. I just want us to touch upper lips. Wanna give you the love you never thought that exists. Pure bliss is what I'm down to give to you. We pour Chris, we drown our pain in pain, boo. Poetic, the floetic, neglected to feel protected and accepted. You just gotta accept it. My love goes deeper than the record. My love goes deeper than the record. Check it, my heart is sending you this message, and don't think longer for a second that my love ain't deeper than the record. My love goes deeper than the record. Check it, my heart is sending you this message, and don't think longer for a second that my love ain't deeper than the record. Deep.
Hey, yo, that was Deeper Than the Record. That was the record that I decided to put on. I'm glad you blasted that shit. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, it's your boy Vito Blaze, and I'm back in the motherfucking building. And one thing that came to my mind is that, yo, man, the shit that I was talking about. Shit that I was talking about like a while ago. I was talking about a while ago on this episodes of Rapid Flame that the robots are here. I was saying that the robots been here, but now they're actually like announcing that they're actually here. Like they're actually rolling around in public. It was reported that an AI fan was just at a game, at a football game, at a recent Denver Broncos game, a Colorado game. So, yo, this shit crazy, B. You know what I'm saying? Even though Coach Prime out there making mad noise out there in Colorado, there's also robots in the fans in attendance. That means you could just go to a game and just walk into a robot, just walk in. He'd be actually a fan of the team that you a fan of. You know what I mean? Like, you can go to your kid's soccer game, get into an argument with a fan. Next thing you know, this motherfucker whipping your ass, and it's a robot. You can't whip that robot's ass. You gotta chill. There's robots out there. And there's robots out there that might pull your girl. You know what I'm saying? They got game. They got crazy game off the AI. Next thing you know, you're a robot fucking your girl, and you know your robot, and you know the robot gonna keep the girl entertained and all of that, because shorty could do online shopping while fucking her. Shout out to Kara Parham with that joke. If you go watch, follow Kara P. You know what I'm saying? She been saying that. You know what I mean? Like, she looking for a robot motherfucker to fuck, so she could go online shopping while getting her pussy eaten out. You know what I mean? That shit'll be crazy, but that's where we going. If these bitches can go shopping while fucking, it's a wrap. Who can do that? I can't do that. I could give you the dick, or I could tell you here's my online access, here's my Wi-Fi, so you could do your thing. But I can't do that at the same time. Shit. And then after that, how about keeping the bitch satisfied, then feeding her at the same time? Like, damn. Like, I mean, just shorties will go to robots all day, every day. And if they got feelings and they know how to listen, it's a wrap. We gonna lose all our ladies to the robots. Niggas gotta man up. They out there. I'm giving y'all warning right now, B. Warning. Y'all might think I'm sounding crazy. It sounds crazy too. I wish I was sounding crazy. But this thing is coming into real. You see fans in attendance. Which you gonna see robots at the club, right? They gonna be dancing because they like the music. Next thing you know, they gonna be talking. They know how to talk. Like, man, they ain't gonna fuck up on what they say. They robots. I mean, but they AI though. So, man, the game about to change now. It ain't really about to change, and y'all got to see the change. Y'all got to be aware of the change. I'm glad I'm here to let y'all know what to be aware of the goddamn change, B. You know what I'm saying? And it's crazy because all these shorties is divorced, and like you even seen shorty divorced from Danny Masterton, who just got sentenced to 10 years. Let's talk about the sentence boys. They just sentenced Danny Masterton to 10 years, and they sentenced Tory to 10 years. You know, I think, and then so both of them ain't gonna really do the 10 years. They really gonna do probably 4 and leave on good behavior, cause it's their first time doing shit, and they just gotta catch that. They gotta catch a charge and do the time, but they ain't gonna do all that time. Tory definitely gonna come back. He gonna have some motherfucking jail under him, and I expect him to be on a label. Don't even think that he gonna be independent. I think independent is what got him into trouble in the first place. That boy was he found a way to make money while streaming a big amount off online shit. He found a way. And that's the thing. A lot of motherfuckers right now are crying because they can't find a way to get money off that shit. That motherfucker found a way through NFTs and shit. And I ain't hear nobody do that since. I heard Snoop did that shit. I mean, he got the label, but he a label owner. So, but like, he the only one I see him pull that shit off. And I ain't see nobody pull that shit off too. And it's a big fucking idea. And on top of that, it puts the artists in control of their fucking music. So when Tory Lanez did that, I think his shit went platinum because of that shit too. In one day, that shit crazy. That shit fucked up the game. Once I peeped that too. I know a lot of people peeped that too. And next thing you know, he got caught with that charge. So we ain't gonna say too much. Like, ooh, could that have been some shit, conspiracy shit? I don't know, but I'm gonna let y'all play it out in your mind. You know what I mean? Y'all hear the things. I'm not gonna say what was up, but like, y'all hear it and y'all see. It's not like it ain't there for you not to see it. Anyway, back to Shorty. Shorty says Danny mastered it in 10 years. And then he went in there, and you know what was crazy? I seen Wifey holding him down, like. But then now all of a sudden he caught that charge and went in. Now they about to divorce for inconceivable differences, incorrect. You know that word, when they can't come back from the shit that you, or there's some things that y'all can't just agree on, you know, discrepancies and anyway. But obviously it looked like, yo, you know what I mean, you got caught what you doing. I ain't trying to be down with your ass. I mean, even Ashton Kutcher and Mila Kunis getting heat just for sending a letter. So you think Wifey gonna be down? It don't look like Wifey was down anyway. She split. And I hope that ain't the case for Megan Good and other shorty though, other dude though, Jonathan Majors. I hope that ain't the case for them, but like, it don't look like these shorties be down. They look like they around for the clout, but it don't look like they be down. You know, when the doubt, when shit is in doubt, you know. The shit don't make sense. It's all good though. You know, like, you just gotta know who you rolling with before it get down. Oh, in other news too, they like, yo, Gunna is not a snitch. He ain't do nothing to hurt Young Thug's case. That's what Young Thug's dad is saying on the news. So you never know. You never know what could be going down. I'll tell you what is going down that you should know. It's the world's smallest comedy night at Hurley's Irish Pub. And it goes down every Monday night at Hurley's Irish Pub. Hurley's Irish Pub is at 1225 Crescent Street in Montreal, Quebec. It's a Irish pub, but you go upstairs and guess what? There's a comedy show there at 8 p.m. and 10:30 p.m. There's also a trivia night there too at Wednesdays. A premium comedy night Fridays 8 p.m. and a Sunday night comedy night show at 8 p.m. I'm telling you, we doing shows 4 times a week. People, you gotta come through. If you hear me coming through on your motherfucking speaker right now, you like, damn, this motherfucker got some charm, he got some charisma. Let me go see this guy in person. You can come to Hurley's Irish Pub every Monday, every Wednesday, every Friday, every Sunday, 8 p.m. We got something for you. I'll be there. I'll be hosting them shows. Come through. And guess what? They're all free. You come in, they're all free admission. What do you think? What do you think? Just because this is a free show, you think the show sucks? Nah. It's actually one of the best free shows in Montreal. It's just that you get blessed for not having to pay for it. That's what it is. But you're getting one of the best shows in the city, guys. Voted number 2 on Cult MTL as Montreal's best comedy night. Number 2. And we're definitely gonna take number 1 next year. That's for damn sure. That ain't. I'm not even motherfucking doubting that shit. We taking number 1 next year, for the 2024. And one of our comedians is about to be number 1. That's for sure. And yo, I was watching Country Wayne's new special, A Woman's Prayer. And I thought it was aight. It was aight. Now, when you hear the I in my voice, you could tell it was like not what. It's not as boo. What do you say? It's not as clever as Chappelle's or Rock's, or as you're saying, but it had quips. It had a lot of quips that were pretty good. You could tell he wrote them. And the thing about Country Wayne is that, man, like his charisma, he got charisma and charm, and it gets him away, but not enough material that'll get him through. That are like substantial. Like, I can't remember any other. Like, I can remember some of the stuff that he did, and they were mostly act outs. So there's nothing special about Country Wayne's stand up right now. Right now, it has potential to be something very special. I'm willing to judge everything that from that being the first special. Like, I'm sure he's gonna look at it and see, oh man, that's okay. I could have done some things different. Here's some things I need to work on, just like that. But Country Wayne special ain't. I wouldn't put there be like, oh, that's the best special out of the year right now, because it ain't. Anybody saying that it's just a Country Wayne fan that's been down with him since the internet, which is good. He's been doing great stuff on the internet. I was following since the pandemic. I hear there was people out there following since 2016. So it's like Country Wayne been putting in that work, and I'm sure he got way more work to do. He already got TV deals, BT deals, so he's up there already. I'm sure this ain't his last special, and I'm sure he ain't done with comedy at all. But I want to say that this is the best special I've seen this year. Matter of fact, it's mediocrity at its best when it comes to like comedy and stuff like that. But shout out to Country Wayne. That special was alright, but it didn't keep me. You know what? They had me like, oh damn, I want to get back, or that I want to try out this new joke, and they had me that inspired. It didn't have me, even though that's my dude. That's my dude. Cause I expected more from him. You know, it is when you expect more from him, but you just gotta keep it real. Sometimes you gotta look at it like, it ain't touch me. I wanted it to, but it just didn't. It ain't touch me. It ain't touch me. It ain't touch me. Me being a comedian, knowing what I know, it ain't touching. He knows that too. He gonna look at it back, and or get the criticisms from some real dudes, or like actually look at people that the great ones, how they do it. That's what I'm saying. A lot of people will get out there and not watch people how they do their shit. And that would be mind-boggling. You know what I mean? Like, learn. You gotta learn. And then you'll get better. That's how you get better. By the learning and the practicing. Learning and practicing. Me, I be watching. I'm doing podcasts now. I don't be thinking I'm the best and I ain't listening to other podcasts. I'm listening to motherfucking Bill Burr, Joe Rogan, Mark Maron. I'm listening to them other motherfuckers. I want to know what they doing and how they doing it, so I'll get on that level and then do it like them. I ain't gonna come out here and be like, oh, I'm gonna do it my way, and then be mad at myself or be mad at the outcome. I see a lot of that. People coming out doing their shit their way. They don't want to take no advice from people that's doing it the right way, and then they just like, oh man, I don't know why my way ain't working. It's just, it's a combination of doing your way with the right way. It's like, and then you find your way is gonna be right. But you can't be out here ignorant, not listening to what's going on. Because that's what I do. That's why I pay attention. I'm listening to shit. And that's what I'm saying to other motherfuckers. Just they listen, their game will get better. And I'm sure Country Wayne is out here doing the goddamn thing. Listening, getting his game better. That's how I do. Get the listening, get the game better. Matter of fact, speaking of listening, I'm sure y'all done listening to goddamn this episode of Rapid Flames. Alright? I'm gonna be out. Y'all take care of shit. Cause that's all I got to say. That's it right now. So flame out. For more episodes of the Rapid Flames podcast, please subscribe to the Rapid Flames podcast on iTunes, Google, Spotify, and wherever podcasts are available now.